I know you're probably like, beauty light again? What makes me look pretty? Shut up!
Hey guys, getting work done. Today I need to take a little break from the Jeep. It's getting me down. Ashley left the Camaro here. I need to change oil. I like changing oil, so that'll get my spirits up a little bit. And then since the Camaro is here and she took the SUV, I might as well do some parts runs. Ha! But I need to get some 3M sealer primer and some undercoating for the Jeep. And the paint store downtown carries it, but it's Saturday and they're not open on Saturdays.
How convenient.
So I'm gonna have to run to Huntington and go get all this stuff, which is 20-minute drive for me. 10 minutes in the Camaro. Yeah, but anyway, right now, this morning, I have a lot of editing to do. You'll see these videos before you see this one. But I wanted to put a video out Friday. Didn't get around to it because I was working on the Jeep. So, going to put 2 out on Saturday. That's today. You'll probably maybe see this one on Sunday. I don't know if I'll have it out Sunday or not. But I got to get to it. So, let's get editing. I've had people ask me in the past what I use as editing software. I use this. If you look it up on eBay, a buddy gave me this copy, and it's an official copy. But if you look on eBay and look it up, it's like $29. So it's really not that expensive, and it's really easy to use. Right here is all your videos. You pow in and your sound clips and all the doodads and all that. And then down here is all my footage, and it's all chopped, and you can add your sounds and everything. It's real easy to use. It's simple. If you've used Windows Movie Maker, it's not that far off of that. So, I mean, except for there's a lot more you can do with it. So,
This is what I use, and it's freaking awesome. So, if you want any tips on editing and stuff like that, don't come to me. But tips on programs, this is a shit.
another very useful quick tip for you: if you're editing YouTube videos and you're using music that you think is copyright free, check it. Make sure it's copyright free. Go into YouTube, go to the audio library, and go into search bar. And like, I'm listening to this one song I'm putting in my video here. Search the artist name and search the song name over here in the search bar. If it comes up and it's labeled as copyright, then it's copyright. So you can double check it in YouTube so that the software doesn't pick it up on you and hit you with copyright. You know how a woman sends you to the store to get something and then you screw up and get the wrong item or whatnot? Women do that shit too. Huh? Go get oil for your car. Huh? Go get some oil for your car. Good job. And now, although they're different, that's not really going to make a big difference. It's her car calls for 530, but it's a lot colder right now, so a quart of 520 is not going to hurt it. So I'm going to use it anyway, because I don't feel like driving to Huntington, because that's a 20-minute drive down and back, and I just don't feel like it. Also, I don't really care for GM's drop-in filters. I'd rather just have a regular screw-on filter, but, you know, whatever, that's their thing. That's what they changed to. I don't like it, but, you know, whatever. I am surprisingly in good spirits today. So, anyway, we're going to go change the oil on the Camaro, and...
What?
I thought that was good camera placement, and then I realized I gotta reach over and hit the record button. Anyway, we're gonna take this puppy to Sheetz and get me something to eat, because I'm starving. But the Camaro's doing well. We have not had an issue with it yet. And we're on the second oil change. So, that's what I'm gonna go do. You know, regular maintenance. And then we'll probably go run to some parts stores and see what we can get for,
Oh yeah, I know you guys are gonna hit me with this one.
Where's your depot?
I'm just pulling out of my driveway. Jerks. I got it.
Anyway, so I'm gonna go get me something to eat, get this thing serviced, and then take a little trip. And I don't get to drive this thing that much. She drives it all the time because it's her car, and she should drive it. But I like to drive it too. I know it's only a 6-cylinder, but I tell you what, it's still fun to drive. So before you knock one, drive one. That's all I got to say. Oh man, I gotta hit this button.
I'm not so tired. I just feel the pressure.
Alright, so first things first, let's get this ugly plastic engine cover off so we can see the ugly plastic intake manifold. How about that?
To have a moment I knew that would be mine. When the windows are all closed, like a picture of the time when the future is the hole you're looking for.
I'm gonna go ahead, check the air filter real quick, because that's simple enough to do. Don't even need a time lapse for this. Should be. Bam. And it's not too bad. I'll blow some air through it real quick. I mean, it's a little bit dirty. Backside looks pretty good, so we'll blow some air through this. Put it back in.
Tell me where to find my way. I'm just looking for something I can make in another day. 'Cause I'm falling down, fading away. 'Cause I'm falling down. This is when I know I just keep running. I was working fast and hard, never thinking about now. Believing I'm happy thanks to all the things that I have.
Let me check the coolant real quick. On these, they have a coolant dipstick for the coolant bottle. So you dip her in, and it has temperature marks on it. If I can get it in there, okay. Dip it in, pull it back out. And she's a little low. She's a little low. Hell, it could be low from the accident, I don't remember. But there's coolant in the radiator, so I'm going to top it off real quick. Before y'all say, you're using that AutoZone junk antifreeze. No, I'm using the bottle. This is Prestige antifreeze, universal. I just mixed it because it was a concentrated mix. So I got this and mixed some distilled water in it, 50-50. So I better get a funnel. Ah, God damn it. Didn't need a lot, and I didn't want to dump antifreeze all over. Urgh. It's the story of my weekend.
Now it's gonna smell like antifreeze. That's fantastic. Fun.
I probably overfilled it too. That'd be about the story, how things are going.
So,
minimum it low. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Because the temperature was up a little bit. Because I actually had it up to operating temperature. So let's spill some more. Come on, spill.
Now that I got antifreeze everywhere, third time's a charm. And the air compressor kicks on. So now I need to get this thing jacked up so I can get the oil drained out of it. And I'll show you where they put the oil filler. I don't like it. I don't like the design. They think it's convenient because it's right on top, but you always spill oil and then it runs down the side of the engine. I just don't like it. It is right here. And I mean, yeah, it's not bad, but guaranteed oil is going to run down the side of that, and it's going to run down over the side of the engine. The exhaust manifold right there. Just, I don't know. I just wanted to leave it. Like, you have a good thing, just leave it be. I just want a screw-on filter. It works great, but I know why they did it. Because some paper filters are a lot cheaper. That's why. And they make them the same price as the regular filters. So they're making more money on them. That's what they're doing.
I wonder why I cannot just sit for a while. I really want to see what it looks like. To have a moment I know that would be mine. Would be mine. Save me from everything. Tell me where to find my way. Just looking for something. I can make it another day. Cause I'm holding down. Fading away. Cause I'm holding down. This is what I know. Just keep running. If I survive, if I am strong, why do I feel I never glow? But I survive, and I'll be strong.
Well, that was about painful, just to get it up in the air. There's a cross brace underneath there, and every time I want to jack it up, the car, when the jack comes up, it comes up and forward. Instead of the jack moving, it was sliding and the car was sitting still, so it was coming out from under that beam, so that's why I kept putting it back down. Finally, I slid it back in far enough, and this time whenever I was jacking it up, the jack actually moved as I jacked it up. So this is a pain in the ass. Anyway, get under here and drain this oil out now.
Save me from everything. Tell me where to find my way. Just looking for something. I can make it another day. Cause I'm holding down. Fading away. Cause I'm holding down. This is what I know. I just keep running. Keep running. Cause I'm holding down, fading away. Cause I'm holding down. This is what I know. I just keep running. There's a long road just behind you. Everything has come so fast. Memories are all inside you, and you never make them back. I can feel that you're in. Through the world that did not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. Just know there's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say. But I say,
Now what I like to do, and I don't really think it is a necessary step, but I don't like to start a dry engine, so I like to put a little bit of oil down in where the oil filter goes so that the oil filter is soaked and it's not dry to start. And it eliminates maybe like a second or 2 seconds where the engine's dry before the oil gets pumped up into it. Probably not really a big deal, but to me, I see it as a security measure. You know, take every precaution you can take. I can't remember if I did this on the last change or not, because it looks like it just dumps. It's just going straight down through the motor, so it might be no big deal. I'm pretty sure I did this on the last one. I do not remember. I mean, on some engines, like the filters on the bottom, I normally will fill the filter up with oil before I put it on the engine. And it looks like it's just dumping straight down in. So, yeah. This kind of like goes against my theory just because of where the oil filter is placed. Yeah. So I guess it's no big deal on these engines. Alright then. Forget I said that on a Camaro.
Wonder why I can't feel relief with being blind or dumb. Find something to believe in and then never give it up. I can feel that cheering with the words that do not make sense. You can feel what I mean now that you're here. There's nothing to fear along the way. There's nothing I could say, nothing I could say.
I checked the oil level, and we're good there. I always check and see how much came out of it to see if it's burning oil. And I don't know, it must be a typical GM thing now, because I know most of GM's newer vehicles burn oil. Like the Equinox, they have a recall on the rings because they burn like 2 quarts, or a quart every 2,000 miles. This holds 6 quarts. It wasn't quite completely drained. I mean, it was still dripping a little bit, and then I completely filled that 5-quart jug, like completely to the top, so it was a little over 5 quarts. So it burned a little less than a quart of oil, and can't think of how many miles you put on. 5,000 miles. I can't remember what we marked it at. It might have been less than that. It might have been 4,000, but it burned a little less than a quart. So it is acceptable. But still, like all these foreign cars, they barely burn a drop. Like my Hyundai, the same amount comes out as what goes in. I don't understand what GM's doing. They need to work on their rings or something. I don't know. Alright, so got the oil changed, just taking it out for a little ride. I gotta go get some stuff for the Jeep, so, you know, just gotta break her in.
shit. But the thing rides awesome. I mean, for an R title, this thing is the shit. I mean, makes her a really nice car. I like driving it when I get to drive it. Yeah, it's fun. This is almost as fun as my Veloster, but I like to shift. If this was a stick shift, I'd like it. I'd like it a lot. I do like it. I just don't. That would be the only thing I would change. Would be the transmission, but it's great. All right, so I got some duplicolor undercoat to do the bottom of the Jeep with. And I'm not gonna do that today because I'm having a good day and I don't want to mess it up. So let's stay on a good note. And I just wanted to show you guys, this is a practical car, the Camaro. I mean, no, there's not a lot of room in it. The trunk is small, but my wife uses it every day. And I mean, she doesn't get this kind of gas mileage, but I'm getting 28. And I'm almost home, and it's been going up since hunting there, 28.1. So yeah, it gets decent gas mileage. I think when we went to Pittsburgh in it the one time, I did get 30 miles a gallon, and that was on the highway. So I mean, it's decent. 30 miles a gallon, that's, you know, with 300 some horsepower, that is really good.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep when I'm home, when I'm home. Just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize I'm a true here. Just out of reach of the fire.
And we gotta spend time together, and that's where you're ever going to hate.
Begging for help, begging for hope. Just need to open my eyes.
Anyway, it was a good day. I didn't have to work on a Jeep, so I'm gonna end it on a good note, and I'm not gonna do